Business Focus with Kudzi Sharara on the Champions League Breakfast.
Good morning and welcome to Business Focus. Good morning to you. How was your weekend?
Good morning, Tinashe. Good morning,
Good morning and welcome to
morning,
Business
everyone.
Focus right here on Capi Talk. As always, we have Kudzi Sharara in the studio. Good morning to you, Kudzi. How are you today?
Of how the market
Good morning,
traded
Tinashe. Good morning,
on
Patsani.
Friday.
Good morning,
This is Zimbabwe
everyone.
Stock
Great,
Exchange.
thank you so much.
Thank you,
Let's begin
Tinashe.
from the question we left hanging yesterday.
Slightly positive,
That
with
was
marginal gains
asked
being
by one of our
recorded
listeners who
across
said,
the board.
am I allowed
Also
to
with
sell
some
treasury
sprinkles
bills
of losses
before maturity?
elsewhere. So the
Thank
Osha
you
index
for that.
put on
So,
0.48%, whilst the top 10 index
or any other
added
financial
0.37%. So
and
almost flat
should be
there
able to sell
for the
them before
ZSE.
maturity.
The VFX
Because
also
when you
up
bought
by
them,
0.
they've got a
rather
they
down
have a
by
tenure of
0.23%.
say 3
Top
years.
risers on the Zimbabwe Stock
But
Exchange.
you now need the money
Econet
before
being the top riser with
maturity. So you should be able to trade
11.89%
it.
gain.
However, it depends
South
on
Africa
the
also
issuer
adding
whether they made them
10.27%.
tradable.
RTG
Because
putting
they
on
might not be
7.55%.
and
Tanganda
also whether
5.17%,
there is
and
a
Wheeldale
secondary market
4.21%.
I'll give you an example.
On the downside, FML First Mutual Life was the biggest loser
during the command
with a 10% drop.
someone was
easing
paid in
5.54%, Ariston down
And
by
they were able to
4.75%, CBZ
Those
easing
treasury
4.67%, and then
trade
Mikros down by 0.9%.
So it
those were
depends
the top
whether the issuer has made
five
them
risers
tradable
and losers
and
there
also
on
whether
the
there is
Zimbabwe Stock
actually
Exchange.
a
Most
secondary
investors were putting their
market,
money into Delta, about
with regards
14.2
the
million
treasury bill.
zig
So it should
worth
be
of shares
possible.
changing
You
hands
can
there.
approach your financial
First
institution, your
that's
bank or whatever,
FBC Holdings,
and they will
also
be able
getting about
to assist
2.4
you.
million zig
All right, let's
worth
go
of
back
shares.
to the Zimbabwe
Econet,
Stock
1
Exchange
million,
trading
and
update
then
for yesterday.
Tanganda
I
and
just wanted
ZB
to
Financial
enter again.
Holdings
Say,
also getting a
also,
sizable chunk of
when
the
you
funds
trade them
that were
before
invested.
maturity,
So that's
you are likely
interesting
to
there
trade
on
them
the
at a
on the
discount.
Zimbabwe Stock
Okay.
Exchange.
So they might
Just
have a
looking
face
at
value of,
one
say,
counter there,
at
the
the end
top
of
riser,
the- when
Econet.
they mature,
Remember,
you're
just
going to get your
after
maybe
the
they were worth
devaluation
10
of zig,
million.
right? The counter
Because you
dropped
order money
from
faster,
trading
faster.
at 350.
You're now wanting to trade them. So you are likely to, because Munarmatora and advantage why they are buying them from you. So they might buy them at a discount. And it also depends nekuti issue kwacho ma-treasury bills.
So imagine just before,
then people
just
like,
after the devaluation of zig,
it means iwewe kuti ukwanise kutengesa
Econet was trading about
the discount will
350
be much huge now because maybe
and then it
government
dropped
continues to
to
issue
3 or
treasury
3.
bills, so there are
And
plenty
now it's back
treasury bills
up
in
to
the market.
443.
Now you've got yours that
I'm
you
just
want
trying
to
to tell
so
Patsani
again
the
it
beauty
will
of
affect the
volatility. So if you
discount
if
that
you
you may have to
looking at what we call
price action,
the haircut
and
on
your treasury
you
bills.
following what was
Now on
happening.
the ZSE,
you could have
yesterday
bought recovered at 3 or 3.
again we continue on that path
2 weeks ago,
where one
now
day
it's
is up,
443.
the next
So
day
even
it's
after
down,
you
and
443, that's
yesterday,
like a 25%
it recovered from
gain,
the previous
during
days
that period.
losses.
33
So the
something
all
percent
share
gain.
index are putting on 1.12%. The top 10 index adding
I always say every day
1.52%.
is a day to
and the
invest
counters
in
that
Zimbabwe.
you just
the
need
market
to know
close positive.
where to put your
Delta
money.
putting
You just
on
need to
5.06%.
do that. Otherwise,
Wheeldale
that's why
adding
market is treated every day. That's why we
4.03%.
talk about it
Marsh
every day.
Holdings
And
putting
every
on
day,
3.72%.
shares
Tenau
are good on,
and
shares
Zerechel
are
also
good. So
among
it just
the
depends on
risers.
how
But
how
the market
good
was
you
not
are
short
doing
of
your
losers.
research and
Ariston
also
tumbling by
how good you are at
49.63%.
investing and making the
Econet
transactions
easing
at the right time.
4.52%.
Then I bought some
FMP,
shares,
the
a few shares
of
at
property,
350,
losing 2.22%.
Then the following day, not even
Seedco
just the following day, it came down to 3 or
0.73%, and
3.
then CBZ
And I was like,
also
okay.
down by 0.36%.
But now it's back to 4.36%.
Most of the investors were putting their money in Econet. Remember, we're saying it's very liquid. The counter
it's gambling.
about 16.7 million.
You see with investments,
The sizable amount as well in Marsh Holdings,
but you know,
7.5
with
million.
gambling,
Zig,
you cannot money
there. Delta getting about 1.4. Then Masimba Construction also getting funds that were invested. The Victoria Falls Stock Exchange also closing positive by 0.46%, and it was on the back of gains in African Sun,
but your shares
by 4.7%. Recently saw the likes of African Sun, RTG reporting their
sometimes
financials for the half year to June, showing that But in terms of occupancies during the period under review, they were higher than 50%, which is a good thing in the tourism sector. The average room rates and revenue per room for available rooms were also positive. So probably
am I allowed to say the
National Foods down by 0.58%.
by Friday?
National Foods recently released the results. So again, probably investors speaking to that. There were, however, some losses in Fiscal, Padenga, and Fiscal. Then total turnover on the VFX, that is the amount of money that traded, came down to $283,000 US, down from the previous days, $543,000. And then other instruments that are listed,
that vesting period,
the ETFs, so the Morgan trading.
But yes, you can
it is made up
stock
of
market
companies
trading in
that
T+3.
Can I T+3? It means that
their products
you can
settlement
ETF
either yekubhadharwa mari
or mashares are transferred into your name.
Includes
other companies that are not necessarily the manufacturers
transaction day plus 3 trading days,
as well as the old mutual ETF,
so you can
top 10 ETF,
you can then
made
buy
up
and
of the
sell
top 10 companies on the
Okay, you've got questions to do with business. Please call us in on 0772-269-229 or 0772-269-241. Feel free to get in touch with us on Business Focus. Kudzi Sharara is right here in the studio to help us understand some of those questions and also an explanation to do with business. We take a break. When we come back, we pick up on your calls. We have callers coming in with questions. Let's go on the line. Good morning on Business Focus.
Old mutual ETF up by 14.9%.
Hello, good
so
morning.
it seems like
keep trying on 0772-269-229 or 0772-269-241. There is a question on our WhatsApp platform, Kudzi, coming in from Tapio Motsi in Meborena, who says, what is the Zimbabwe Stock Exchange capitalization in USD before and after devaluation of ZiG? Any value maintenance? What's your take?
That is owned by
I'll have to do that
proprietors at Terrace Africa, up by 2.5
market capitalization in US dollar terms.
So there's somebody who sent in a message here,
on top of my head, I think the value of the ZSC devaluation is now lower than it was devaluation, but I can do the numbers
so my decisions
and maybe come back to talk about it tomorrow.
Okay. Still, let's go on the line for other contributions. Good morning on Business Focus.
Minority shareholder. Imagine
we are doing fine, so please go ahead with your contribution.
Obviously, there are people who make decisions there. Vanema shares akawanda, but you want to tariswa as a shareholder in that company. So when it closes, unotanga kubhadharwa vakakwiritwa necompany, macreditors ecompany vanotanga kubhadharwa, masuppliers, mabankers, those will be paid first after, let's say, the liquidation of the company. Kana kwazoitawo zvasara
we've
been taken for a ride.
All right, thank you so much. Hopefully you're well answered. So yesterday you were telling us that you were going to an address that was done by Minister of Finance and Economic. All right, so would you like to Professor Mtuli, or you want to listen on radio? Tell us some of the takeaways.
He spoke about what they are doing toward the country's debt clearance. Remember, the country owes global lenders by about $12.3 billion US dollars, and he was talking about what they are doing in terms of making sure that we reschedule our debts. One of those issues is what is known as a staff monitor program
what they mean
that they are negotiating, which is expected to come into fruition by second. They said yes, we have got second month,
like now they're saying that
total deposits.
So it's a long
$10 billion for us to get
then the value of,
and they are continuing with the structured debt dialogue. They are continuing with those
US dollar
cash, trying to see how
also around
the
same value, about 10 billion.
But
what they are saying that
areas or rescheduling our debts
that
or even
have,
to be forgiven
does not mean the value of
on how you are going to negotiate.
And I understand that the value of
some global institutions
because
to help us with
they say the value of ZiG is determined.
Those are some of the things that he said
should be determined
the debt.
What is happening?
He also spoke about
as well as what they believe is the rate. Remember that they devalued
undertook as a country,
and it is is costing us money. What was happening to the price of gold? That is supposed to be paid to the former farmers. They were looking at 3.5 billion. So he was speaking about that was how much, for example, this year they budgeted about 35 million. Given what we paid to the 444 farmers that is so far given what is compensated 444 farmers, and 35 million US set aside. They are also compensating other farms that were under. What does that do? It means that you are eliminating bilateral agreement between countries. So Congo, Germany, and other countries that are going to be compensated, and they set aside about 20 million for that this year. So that's sort of like you are adjusting to the demand. However, we would want the situation going to be issued. I would want the situation 2 year up to 10 year. It's not only the security that determines where the value already is bad. We talk about devaluation later, what it means and stuff. But I think market forces should be able to allow in 10 years' time to trade and determine the value of fiat. What the central bank and government can do, for example, they can control currently the IMF team that is in country. We also spoke about the issue of foreign direct investment into Zimbabwe, which he said is understated because we are only looking at the money that comes in, but we are not looking at the that also
some more questions are coming through. You can also call us in as we alternate with questions on WhatsApp as well. 0772269229. This one says, is the deposit fund protection still working as far as our deposits are concerned?
And is not counted as part of foreign direct protection. So you are saying foreign direct actually a company that is understated. So those are some of the issues that he spoke about. But remember, compensation normally I saw recently it's already accommodated adequately paying money for. But sometimes they pay, so it should be an issue for then you and when married then that's when the TPC comes in and pay and compensate so I spoke to the
Mazimba Kupa in Grindel is saying that does the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe and the government of Zimbabwe know kuti ziga risukuvumwa kumareserva? On Friday was kwajuru. I couldn't even buy a banana pamsika vachiramba west option shops rinosvika December here
and they need to pay that. So you were saying in fact for me to pay, I'm not sure if there was a time to buy from exporters, the rural areas. And that is causing instability depending on Maria kutenga market yakawanda sei achachandisa mazika akawanda sei, so it's causing this instability within our market at that time. But if you for more information, I think we'll share the business. We will be out tomorrow and then you see local more information about what it really said is causing this instability.
Right, let's look at a couple of questions also coming through. Another question is, this one says, what is thank you for the treasury bills response. My question is, can we safely say that big investors on the Zimbabwe Stock Exchange are dropping off due to key challenges which are liquidity issues, currency conversion, and market volatility? And this may include uncertainties and lack of clarity that has caused investors confidence.
You have to remain invested. I would say all of those factors. So that's basically what they will be saying when they talk about the investing period. That is the factors why things are like that on the you have to remain invested. For example, if I'm a foreign investor, we used to get quite a lot of foreign investors.
Call us in on 0772269229 or 0772269241. If you have questions for business, drop them up. We're waiting. Mafi on WhatsApp is saying that have you realized that in Milton Park and Belgravia, the corner houses are being demolished into service stations? Does that mean petrol or diesel sold in USD is now a big sold in USD is a big enterprise now,
or whatever gain and whatever. But I'll still get that money in a currency that they've got no confidence in. It seems like that is losing value. Because if you continue to open now, they're investing, you're making money out of it. But just I think it's this week, where over the weekend, where I saw there's competition for the ZSE now closed upon the real estate sector. Because stations that were lo judge and
illegal.
Yes, if I'm not mistaken, they were said to be illegal. So, but also when you look at the numbers that should be coming also is there itself now increased competition. Even private 73 unlicensed private equity. So probably we are seeing some of them. Yes, companies or institutions that are not listed. For example, we have but Zera analysis. So Zera is closing down those fuel stations. But EU purchase Zera is also giving quite a number of licenses into the national grid for 25 megawatts. But in institutional investors, which means that one has been made into that plan.
But I see most people are concerned about the location of these stations.
So there's now competition. Locations also is a factor. I've seen it's quite a number.
Let's see, 4 minutes. Okay, we can pick maybe 2 calls. If you can call us in on 0772-269-229 or 0772-269-241. If you have a question to do with business, please drop it up on our WhatsApp platform as well as to call in quickly.
Maybe
if we can pick maybe 2 callers before we wrap it off. But as we wait for the calls to come through, let's get into our financial term of the day.
Okay, so our financial term for the day is
Gonzalo in Angola. He's saying that
so
what
obviously when you talk of a cave, people know what a cave is. But can I have a yield curve now? It is speaking to the relationship between interest rates and the time interest rates of a security, for example, a bond, and the time it takes to mature. So, but naturally you find that a normal cave, and they can still, if they want to sell them, they can sell them. If they don't want to sell them, what do we mean? It means that they can still keep them because bonds or securities with the and lower value is also appreciating. Remember, they bought them at a value, whether in US dollar or then those related long-term maturity worth 1,823. So they will give now they are worth 2,000, more than 2,700. In upward sloping, they've done quite well there.
But another question is saying that ndokumbira ukuvunza kuti kana ndichida kutenga mashares ndinoenda kupi uye anotangira pamari.
They will give you mashares anotangira long-term debt. In US dollar terms, give you an inverted yield curve because it is now downward sloping.
Okay,
so how do you buy them?
Right, let's go on the line. Business Focus, good morning.
.co.zw. You can get my contact details of stock brokers that can help you to buy shares. Or they are also
as we wait for the calls, there's another message as well on WhatsApp from Shepherd Nyati in Highlands. He says, Kudzi, did the minister talk about the new land title offers? Okay. Is it fair to take Business Focus, good morning, for land which will be given for a few? Yes, good morning. You're live on radio. Please go ahead with your select individuals.
Yes,
I think they are still working on it. There isn't much detail in terms of how it's going to happen. Of course, he spoke about it, but nothing new from what we know already. There was nothing new there in terms of what we know already, what has been said before already. But to answer that other part, is it fair? I think again for me it's not fair. Of course, that somebody just gets 2,000 hectares of land for free and they're able to sell it and make money out of it. I would say kana munhu adecide kuti ndina nditada zvemunda, right?
All right, Mkomba, would you like to listen on radio or to keep holding on?
Thank
you so much, Kudzi. Okay.
I think that's the game of my good system. But I will try to explain why should someone get millions of dollars say something.
All right, let's go on the line. Hopefully we'll be able to pick up on this. Business Focus, good morning.
When you've got reserves,
good morning, how are you?
Doing great. Quickly say, unfortunately our time is on your question.
So when you have got your target,
unfortunately the time is up now.
But one is to 25 against the US dollar, right? So if you,
all right, that does it for Business Focus for today, and hold this one for tomorrow. How would you manage the floating rate on the black market and the official rate when doing business?
How do you do that? You try and sell more.
That's for tomorrow. Hopefully we discuss more tomorrow Friday. But otherwise, thank you so much
US dollar, which is resulting in
Business Focus with Kudzi Sharara on the champion.
Those reserves that you're saying are making your currency and inject them into the market to try and yield curve, remove pressure upward from your currency yield curve to depreciate. So that's what backing gets. But I think the challenge at the short term, we're too quick to say our currency
is backed by reserves, because our reserves
are still insignificant
in my view. We only have a reserve
so
of
that will
roughly
give
400
you
million.
But even the reserve bank, even the treasury said that
okay.
we need reserves of
all right,
close
let's
to 2.5
go
billion,
on the line.
if not more.
Business Focus, good morning.
Some institutions, independent institutions, say we need reserves of about 4.6 billion.
Okay. As we wait for the calls, there's another message as well on WhatsApp from Shepherd Nyati in Highlands.
But this is
says, Kudzi, did the minister talk about the new land title
it's
offers?
Not enough.
Is it fair to taxpayers to pay for land which will be given for a few, given for free to a few select individuals?
The pressure.
No,
so
you need more. I think they are still working on
some
it. There isn't much detail in terms of how it's going to happen. Of course, he spoke about it.
Means the pressure
but nothing new from what we know already. There was nothing new there in terms of what we know already. What has been said before already. But to answer that other part, is it fair? I think again, for me, it's not fair.
Injecting it into the market.
And again, somebody just gets 2,000 hectares of land for free,
10 billion
and they're able to sell it and make money out of it. I would say, kana munhu adecide kuti nina nditeda zvakawanda, right? Toda kutengesa munda.
90%. Thank you so much for Business Focus. So many questions are coming through. We'll try to keep them up and respond to them tomorrow. Thanks for today. We'll speak tomorrow.
Thank you. 90%
Business Focus with Kudzi Sharara on the Champions League Breakfast. Champions League Breakfast.